Hello, dear Libra, and welcome to your March astrology horoscope. This month, the theme for you will be to find the balance between the present and the future. And finding the balance is something pretty natural for your sign, and you're always in between two things and trying to balance them. So that's kind of your nature. But this month, Mars is moving to your ninth house, and Mars will stay there for approximately 2 months, which from one side is a relief because Mars in eighth house, where it was for the past 2 months, can be a little heavy, can be related to digging deep and working hard, and it's a different story. But Mars moving to your ninth house can really bring the focus more towards your future, working on some kind of goals or dreams, and not only planning and dreaming and fantasizing, but also taking some concrete steps in order to get there. So that's one side of the picture. On the other side, you have a pretty accentuated sixth house. And there is a new moon there, the sun will be there part of the month. And this is about the daily life. This is about the present life. And what kind of things are you doing? The small things that may not seem huge and extremely significant, but those are the actual things that, take most of our time. And that's why for you, it's really important to pay attention to both of those sides and to really try to find the balance. Before we go deeper into the monthly part, I also want to invite you to a brand new program, which we are starting really soon. It's about energy balancing of the seven chakras. We'll use holistic practices, energy psychology methods, and lots of wonderful techniques that can really help you to balance yourself and your life. So if you are interested, please check the link below. All right, let's move on now with the 3rd of March. This is the actual day when Mars is moving to your ninth house. So we kind of mentioned that already. Focus on future goals, on your dreams, but not only dreaming, you also need to take some action. On the other side, on the 3rd of March, you have a beautiful aspect between Venus and Uranus, which can bring some kind of positive creative ideas in your work, in terms of your daily life. Also, financially, you may find some solutions or answers. And this may also help you with your health. If you need to address something, if you need more balance in your diet, in your health regime, that's a wonderful time to really focus on this theme. After that, on the 4th of March, there is a conjunction between Mercury and Jupiter. This is a very mind-expanding combination that can really help you to dream bigger, to have bigger ideas and plans and goals. In your case, specifically related to something creative which you want to work on, or your hobbies, or the things that bring you real joy. And of course, also love, romantic stuff, and even your children. So focus on that, dream, plan, see things from a different perspective. And this may really help you to be much more creative and also fulfilled. Then on the 10th of March, you have a conjunction between the Sun and Neptune. This magical combination triggers a really practical area of life. So there is some kind of, like a strange combination. I have the same one in my chart, so don't worry, you can live with that. But from one side, there is a contradiction because Neptune is about dreams and fantasies and, visualizing, feeling all the, non-practical things. And sixth house on the other side is extremely practical. So you need to take this imagination and this intuition or this creativity and apply it in something really practical, something which will be visible and measurable. It's a challenge, but it's totally possible. And those are the most creative combinations, actually, when we can bring something that doesn't seem to belong to this area, but we find a creative way to use it exactly there. So be creative, be inspired, but think how you can materialize all of those wonderful ideas. Then on the 13th of March, kind of the same theme, but this time with the new moon in Pisces in your sixth house, which can also be a great time to start something new, something creative, something inspirational, work related or health related, some kind of healing, especially if it includes working with emotions, with your psychology. That's an amazing time to set those goals, to start doing something about this area of your life. And there is also great conjunction between Venus and Neptune in your sixth house together with the new moon, which can be very creative, very inspirational, can help you to use a different approach in your work, in your daily life. But this can also have an amazing healing influence and support for you. So, a beautiful combination and a really, really strong trigger of the theme related to present life, the daily things, how you take care of your body, all of those kind of like earth questions, so to speak. On the 15th, Mercury is also moving to your sixth house, and Mercury feels actually pretty well in sixth house. This is one of the strongest house positions, and it really supports planning and organizing by using your intuition, by using your senses and your internal guidance. But this can really help you to look and see and observe and make some decisions. Is there something you want to change? Work related, health related. Maybe you need to find some information. Maybe you need to connect to other people in regards to those areas. Mercury can really help you do that. On the 16th of March, the Sun in sixth house has a positive aspect with Pluto in your fourth house, which can also be great for feeling more empowered and confident and motivated and really focused on your work, on something practical. Also, in terms of your family and home situation, you may focus, you might be passionate about something. You can take charge of your personal life, of your family situation. So it's a pretty nice and pretty positive mutual combination. On the 18th of March, Venus in sixth house with Pluto in fourth house. Also a great time to focus on your work and use your passion and really put it in your work. That's how you can be extra productive and also really fulfilled by your work. So focus on the things that you love, focus on the things that you would really enjoy and that are truly meaningful for you. In terms of home and family, you can also focus on that and you can harmonize your relationship. You can have a stable, strong position in front of your family or in the family environment, but not from an aggressive perspective. It's just, keeping some kind of healthy boundaries and knowing what you really want, respecting the other people as well, but doing it from a little bit more empowered perspective. On the 20th of March, the situation shifts for you because the sun is moving to your seventh house and will stay there for the next 1 month, which brings lots of focus to your relationships and partnerships and close people in your life or close friendships. So focus on that. See what you can do for someone else or how you can harmonize your relationship, or how you can achieve something with the support of other people in your life. On the 21st of March, Venus is also moving to your seventh house, so that's even more focused to this area of relationships, partnerships, negotiations, and you can have some meaningful conversations. You can really express your feelings better. Also, you can be more polite or kind of like compromising in terms of your relationships. And even for business partnerships, this is still a very supportive aspect. On the other side, Mercury in the sixth house has a positive connection with Uranus in eighth, which is also great for some kind of new, bright, innovative ideas which you can implement in your work, in your daily life. It can be great also for some kind of financial solutions or benefits. And overall, your mind can be very creative and you might think out of the box. On the other side, Mars and Saturn are also connecting in a positive way, which can really help you to be disciplined and organized and concentrated, especially when it comes to the things that you love and your long-term goals. Be more practical, more concentrated, and think about the actual concrete steps that you need to take. This is a really creative combination. From one side, you have the inspiration. From another point of view, you can also be in touch with material world and plan some actual steps. The 23rd of March brings the only challenging aspect this month, a square between Mercury and Mars. In your case, the areas which might be affected the most are related to work, negotiations, or some kind of business activities, or work documents, or business negotiations. Keep in mind that there might be some arguments around this, or something which is surprising you, or something which is even making you feel annoyed or angry. But of course, this will pass, so just be aware of this intense energy. The 26th of March is bringing also a great aspect between the Sun and Venus, which will join together in your seventh house. And this is a great time for love, for dates, for spending more time with your partner, or trying to connect better and deeper. Pay attention to their desires, but also be open to share your own feelings and what you want and what you need. Overall, this theme is really important and should be positively triggered in your life. The 28th also brings a pretty intense energy for you because there is a full moon in first and seventh house. And those are usually one of the most important full moons. And it's about realizations, it's about changes, it's about letting go of old patterns. In this case, the area is relationships, but also your personal behavior and actions and perspective. And the bigger changes may come from you, not the other person. Think about, what do you need to let go of? Is there a belief, a pattern, a thought, or concrete actions that you are repeating, which you're not really happy with? Let them go and be more open to analyze yourself, to look at yourself more objectively, and if necessary, to admit that, okay, I really need to let this go, or I need to change this, or whatever the case might be. On the 29th, Mercury is joining Neptune in your sixth house, which can bring you some inspirational ideas that you can implement at your work. Also, you can be extra creative. You can feel like you want to do something nice for others, like you need to see a deeper meaning. So use this internal guidance, creativity, inspiration in your work, in your daily life. And also, this can bring you lots of healing energy. If there's something that needs to be taken care of health-wise, this aspect can really help with that. On the 30th of March, Venus in 7th house has a positive aspect with Saturn in 5th. One way for this aspect to work is through some kind of emotional stability and clarity about what you want. You may feel like you can rely on your partner, like things are calm and stable. The aspect is also great for business negotiations and business planning. And also, if you are an artist, if you are performing in front of others, the aspect can make you more productive and can help you to work on your image. And the image part can be related to everyone. You don't need to be, an actor or performer. You can still focus on what's my image? How do I want other people to see me? And the very last aspect is between the Sun and Saturn, but the same houses are triggered again, 7th and 5th house, which can bring you some stability in your relationship, in your personal life, and also in terms of business partnerships. When it comes to creativity, you can be extra focused and organized and disciplined, and you may receive some support from another person in terms of creative projects or something that you are really passionate about. And that was the last thing we have this month. As you can see, many aspects during the month, but except for one, all of the others are really positive. And I want to remind you again, if you are open and ready to work on your energy and really find the balance, really find the inner peace and let go of things that you don't need or invite the energy that you want in your life. We are starting this brand new group coaching program. So check the link below. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I would love for you to join us. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you really soon.